Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by here in Karen's Corner. And today I wanted to talk about 2 Corinthians chapter 12. And it's where they're talking, this is Paul, and he's talking about his vision and his thorn. So I'm going to start from the top of that section at 1 and read down to 10, verse 10. And hopefully, this being the third time that I've made this video, I may be able to actually read that this time. Starting at verse 1, Paul is saying, I must go on boasting, although there is nothing to be gained. I will go on to visions and revelations from the Lord. I know a man in Christ, 14 years ago, was caught up to the third heaven. Whether it was in the body or out of the body, I do not know. God knows. And I know that this man, whether in the body or apart of the body, I do not know, but God knows, was caught up to paradise and heard inexpressible things, things that no one is permitted to tell. I will boast about a man like that, but I will not boast about myself, except about my weakness. Even if I should choose to boast, I would not be a fool, because I would be speaking the truth. But I refrain, so no one will think more of me than is warranted by what I do or say. Or because of the surprisingly great revelations. Therefore, in order to keep me from becoming conceited, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan to torment me. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me, but he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why for Christ's sake, I delight in weakness, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions and difficulties. For when I am weak, then am I strong. So, the part that I really wanted to concentrate on is where Paul is talking about this thorn in his flesh. So there's so many things that every human being that walks the face of this earth has trouble. Whether it's physical, mental, social, psychological. I mean, there's all different bags we can pull from when it comes to having some sort of thorn. Something that's constantly causing pain or difficulties. And the most powerful part for me, when he says, I asked God 3 times to take it away from me. But what was the Lord's response? My grace is sufficient for you. For my power is made perfect in weakness. So what does that even mean? So when we are living this life, and just speaking personally, I really tried to walk around with a confidence, not showing my weaknesses was one of my priorities. And in 2018, I too received a thorn. And this is something, and Paul is talking about this thorn, and it's something that never went away. And that's what I'm dealing with also right now. And maybe that's what you're experiencing right now. So, number one, know that you're not alone out there. Everybody has something they have to deal with, something that they're carrying around that is a thorn. So God says, my grace is sufficient for you. So what is he saying there? This was his reply. My grace is sufficient for you. So, grace. What is grace? That is what God gives us when we have made mistakes, when we have committed sins. When you I don't know exactly how to put this, but basically, sorry, I think my medicine's starting to kick in. So, God's grace being sufficient for you is God saying that I can take care of you. I will take care of you. I'll take care of it. And he says, for my power is made perfect in weakness. So in these times when we feel like we're in weakness, that we're weak, and we're fighting against something that it seems like it is too strong, and you may not be able to do something about it, but do not forget that in your weakness, that is where the Lord's power is made perfect. Because what if we didn't need each other? What if we didn't need other people? What if it was sufficient enough to be alone? Not have friends to talk to, or people, your neighbors, people at the grocery store, whoever it is that you talk to. That would not be sufficient enough for your soul. we're not made like that as human beings. So the whole point of this is, if you're finding yourself in a place of weakness, just remember that you can lay it at the cross, give it to Christ, and let His power be found in your weakness. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you'll come back and see me again. If you've liked what I had to say, go ahead and press that like, subscribe if you want to be able to see me again next time. And if you have anything else to add, or any thoughts or comments, you can leave those below. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bye.